both take us through your early kicking career and talk a little bit about how you developed into a college level specialist?
Well, I started kicking my junior year of high school. Up until then, I was playing soccer and all, but I got 3 concussions in a year and a half my freshman and sophomore year, so kind of thought kicking would be a little more low maintenance and a little easier on the body. And I was just playing soccer my whole life, being able to kick, and it was just a month or two before I could really figure out how to kick field goals, and went well, and now I'm here.
I started playing soccer when I was younger. I mixed between football and soccer. It was a good transition between the football field from the soccer field as far as kicking, but it was hard to find balance too in high school because in high school I was a receiver as well as a kicker. So, I started focusing more on kicking towards a practice aspect, but in the game it was a good mix between the both.
Can you take us through your game day routine? Do you have any superstitions?
Really, on game day, we do most of the same thing the team does. We go to team breakfast, we do all that. Where we get most of our work in is about 2 hours, hour and a half before the game. We go out by ourselves and other members of the team and really get in all the work that we need to, make sure that we're prepared for the game. My only superstition is how I put on my shoes and my socks. So I put on my right sock and my left sock, it has to be that order. Then I put on my right shoe and I tie it all the way, and I put on my left shoe and I tie it all the way. And I have to do that every single time.
Before the game, get prepared, exactly what Jimmy said, do everything with the team. There's more of a mental state you got to get into. You got to be relaxed, ready to go in and do your job. As far as superstitions, I don't really have any. I just go in and kick the football.
All right, good answer. What has this season been like for you in the special teams unit so far?
I think all in all, it's been pretty successful. We always try to go in every week, doing the best we can, and take every rep seriously, and never really try to take one off. We have made mistakes, and every week we try to be perfect in it. But adversity happens, and it's moving on past that, and making sure that the next rep or next field goal or kickoff or whatever it may be is as good as you can make it, and making sure that the mistakes that happened in the past don't happen again.
As far as kickoff goes, I think the unit's been very successful this year in pinning the opponents deep within their own field position, and I think it's hard to make plays and be successful in a game when you're pinned back.
Okay. If you could meet any NFL kicker, who would you like to hang out with for a day and just meet him and hang out?
I'd have to go with Adam Vinatieri. Made the most field goals of all time and is about to be the all-time points leader. I think it would be really cool to get his perspective on how he could be so good for so long, and just talk with the GOAT would be pretty cool.
I have to go with Phil Dawson because he's a G and made a lot of points when he played with the Browns and probably made most of their points during that season.
What are your personal goals as the second part of the season continues and the weather gets a little bit colder?
I'm from Lakewood, so I'm used to it getting colder, and I personally like it a lot more than what's hotter out in the summer. I really think it's just taking every day and every game just as it comes and trying to be perfect on every day. And if something goes wrong, just moving past it and having a short-term memory.
Yeah, I'd say one goal is to keep my body healthy, obviously. As the season gets colder, it's a lot easier to get an injury in the cold and just get better and make the kickoff team better than what we can do.
So what are each of you doing after you graduate?
Well, I graduate in the spring, and I plan on the following fall going to the police academy and going into law enforcement.
Don't have any real official plans, but something with logistics, numbers.